If you have a kind heart and live with integrity, you will surely be blessed. But if you have these blessings and still haven't found wealth, don't doubt it. Heaven doesn't overlook anyone. It has bestowed upon you peace in the form of a healthy body, a serene life, a warm family, and children and grandchildren who are respectful and virtuous. Blessings don't always appear as material wealth. Instead, they help you grow into a more complete, fulfilled version of yourself every day. Master once said that when a loved one passes away and doesn't appear in your dreams, or rarely does, it's because there is an unspoken rule that prevents them from approaching the living without reason. Life and death walk on different paths, and the interference of the deceased can disturb the energy field of the living. Their absence in your dreams doesn't mean they've forgotten you, it simply means they're living well in the afterlife. They don't want to disturb you because they wish for you to live happily and strongly. This is a reflection of the deep love they still have for you. Who I am, I know well enough for myself. How I live, only I need to understand and experience. On difficult days, I bear the burden myself, on happy days, I relish the joy alone. I don't need the entire world to understand who I truly am because it's enough for me to know when I am cold or warm, joyful or sorrowful. Each person should steer their own life's ship, and I've chosen to be the captain of my own fate. What I fear the most is owing emotional debts. I always remember every kindness that others show me and try my best to return it. But gradually, this gratitude has become a burden in my soul. Those acts of goodwill that I believed I had to repay, but in fact didn't need to, have turned into invisible debts in my heart. Later, I realized that no amount of effort could ever fully repay such emotional debts. When people love each other, they are destined to owe each other. Relationships that have been broken, even if restored, will no longer carry the same depth of conversation as before. People who have left, even if they return, can never regain the intimacy of the past. Once distance has formed, it's hard to bridge the gap again. Between people, reconciliation is possible, but things will never return to how they once were. No one cares about the pain I've endured, the helplessness, or the times I've collapsed. No one ever tells me that my happiness is more important than what is right or wrong. They only speak up when I express my emotions, casually remarking, "You've changed." Master teaches that you must not let others define who you are. Cruel criticisms and personal attacks won't cease, no matter how fiercely you retaliate. Life isn't worth wasting on endless battles. Ignoring them completely is the most powerful act of disdain. Master once asked, "Is there anyone who can truly love another forever?" Separation gives rise to eternal love, while being together for a lifetime often turns love into familial affection. Some love is considered eternal precisely because it is incomplete. The more unattainable it is, the harder it is to forget. Such love may seem regretful, but it's beautiful in its own way. Love is most captivating when it arises from opposition. Loving someone you can't have is what makes love intriguing. Love becomes special when it endures societal pressures, experiences pain and hardship, and sometimes, after overcoming everything, we decide to stop loving. That too is a unique form of beauty in love. Though love is the most beautiful thing in the world, it only becomes profound and unforgettable when it undergoes transformation and suffering. Those who calculate every step of their life often face poverty. Those who know how to do everything spend their entire lives working. Those who can repair and fix things usually only use old items. Those who spend freely are never short of money. If you can endure hardship, then you will never run out of hardships. More important than effort is the ability to make the right choices. When bowing your head to work, don't forget to lift it and look at the road ahead. Master frequently reminds us that when we reflect back on our lives, many of the worries and anxieties that burdened us were battles we waged against ourselves. What we thought were missed opportunities may actually have been close calls, where we narrowly avoided disaster. Gaining something doesn't always bring blessings, and losing something isn't always a curse. Everything in life follows its destined path, and not everything is within our control. Love comes from willingness. Once a moment passes, there's no need for regret. Don't betray the connections you've made, and don't dwell on what's missing in life. Master also asked, why do people who are destined to part still stay together? If life ultimately ends in death, why do we continue living? If a flower is destined to wither, why does it bloom? Because the process is more important than the result. Indeed, you cannot simply read the last page of a book, just as you cannot only watch the ending of a movie. The most meaningful part isn't the conclusion, but the irreplaceable time we've spent living through it. If heaven has a sense of justice, it won't allow lovers to be separated. But if heaven lacks fairness, then we must submit to fate. Change what can be changed and accept what cannot. Don't let the uncertainties of the future cause you to forsake the present moment. The one who can silence you is the person who has deeply hurt you. The one who stirs your anger has made you endure many grievances. Meeting a truly good person is a blessing in life. Only those who genuinely love you can see the beauty in you from the depths of their heart, and it is because of that love that you grow confident and steadfast. A good partner can lighten half of the burdens of life. I once thought time was abundant, that everything had its chance. But later, I realized that life is an equation of subtraction. The number of meetings grows fewer with each encounter, and time isn't as long as we thought. When parting happens, there is no guarantee of a reunion. The remaining days are short, so cherish those who are present, and the moments you have now. Master said that if you cannot be together, the best thing you can do is not give the other person any hope. Don't hint or suggest anything that might lead them to hold on to false hopes. That is the greatest responsibility. Once you've decided to part ways, keep the distance clear and do not go back to disturb the other person. Let them live a peaceful, happy life. That is the last bit of kindness you can offer. Master also said that many people want a partner who doesn't get jealous, doesn't cause trouble, doesn't find fault, doesn't argue unreasonably, and doesn't cling too much. They want someone who is indifferent to how they are treated. A person like this may have many admirable qualities, but there is one sad truth: they don't love you. Master said that pushing away someone you like is a sign of growth, while being able to keep someone you love close is a skill and an art. In life, there will always be people who think you're not good enough, but there will also be those who think you're perfect in every way. You don't need to stand on your toes to please others. The one who truly loves you will naturally bend down for you. No matter how cultured you are, kindness always surpasses intellect. No matter how beautiful your appearance, it can never outshine a good conscience. No matter how talented you are, it can never be better than your moral character. Kindness doesn't mean foolishness, and being sincere doesn't mean being naive. The greatest joy in life is earning the trust of a stranger, who, over time, becomes your friend. That friend continues to trust you, support you, and choose you. As you experience more in life, you start to value simplicity, clean things, clear feelings, outcomes that make sense, and people who keep their word. In the days to come, slow down, narrow your circle, and listen to yourself. Look up at the moon in the sky and feel the breeze on earth. In this era of overwhelming hypocrisy, I just want to connect with people who are upright, sincere, and honest. I don't need schemes and falsehoods, nor do I need to deal with lies. I treat everyone with sincerity, but I don't cling to anyone. I live according to fate, not relationships. Master once said, the confidence of an adult comes from financial security. So, if there's nothing pressing, sleep early. When you have time, focus on making more money. Always read books and constantly remind yourself that what you lack is money. Spend your time on things and people that are dependable. Don't get caught up in useless emotions, and don't waste your energy on trivial concerns. Life is balanced. If you don't work hard to earn money, you'll have to work hard to save it. Before you meet your true partner, Master said that heaven will send you someone you love but can't have, to test your heart and patience. At the same time, heaven will also send someone who loves you deeply, but you don't feel the same for, to test your gratitude and appreciation. These experiences are meant to help you become a better version of yourself, until the day you meet the person who is truly meant for you. Master also shared that in love, security comes from being prioritized. If he receives 2 messages, he'll reply to yours first. Whatever decisions he makes, he'll always consider your feelings. You don't need to check up on him, but he will still give you an explanation for everything. You don't mind his friendships with the opposite sex, but he will instinctively keep his distance. Not limiting someone's freedom doesn't mean you don't love them. True love is a bond, not a chain. A healthy relationship isn't about controlling each other, but about voluntarily adjusting yourself for the other person. With trust, you don't restrict their freedom. With appreciation, you don't misuse your own freedom. A love you seek is sweet, but a love that comes naturally is even sweeter. When someone has been hurt in love before, they react differently when they meet someone they like again. If tonight you forget to say goodnight, they won't say good morning the next day. If the last message in your conversation was from them, no matter how much they want to reach out to you, they won't text you first. Why is that? People who have been abandoned before can't love well because they question the sincerity of others and keep pushing people away, until they're sure that person won't leave. Once their sense of security is shattered, they feel like everyone who follows comes with a hidden dagger. Master said, you can never predict when life will throw a challenge your way or when love will suddenly enter your life. The future is full of possibilities, so there's no need to panic. Stay calm and move forward. Kindness can overcome evil, and difficulties can be resolved. Take life one step at a time, endure hardships little by little. Someone else's betrayal can't hurt you, what hurts you is how much you care. A relationship that ends without closure can't harm you, what hurts is your unwillingness to let go. You always think it's love that hurts you, but the one who truly causes you pain is yourself. Master said, when you're useful, many people will treat you well. When you're no longer useful, many will leave. In life, the smooth talkers often outshine the doers, and the insincere often succeed where the genuine fail. That's just the reality. One day, you'll meet someone who fits you perfectly. They will give you the long-lost sense of security you've been searching for, accept your negative emotions, and do everything they can to make you happy, filling all the gaps in your heart. Believe that your wishes will come true, because you deserve it. When I realized that you didn't understand my pain, I stopped wanting to say anything. A flood of grievances welled up inside me, but when the words reached my lips, they no longer seemed worth mentioning. I won't expose you, but I will quietly distance myself and gradually remove you from my life. In the world of adults, there is no teaching, only choices.